So silver rounds is the cheapest way of accumulating silver, but that is of course that you're sure that it is silver that you're accumulating. So what do I mean by that? Well, welcome to part 4. We're going to have a look at silver rounds. Check it out. A great inexpensive way of accumulating silver is through buying rounds. Rounds look exactly like a coin, but they will not have a face value. However, the one thing it should show is the weight and purity of the contents. Okay, so it's got to have those two things, both a weight and a purity. And the reason for that is so that basically it's telling you what it is. So it's doing everything it says on the tin. Now, it doesn't mean that it can't be counterfeited, but what it does mean is that the person you bought it from, you bought in good faith, and written on it was that it was 999 silver and that it weighed 1 ounce, fine silver. You can go back to them if you find out that it's not and say, I legally want my money back because written on it is something that it is not, and you can legally do that. The low price of these rounds is made possible by the independent mints. They'll have a massive amount of silver, and what they'll do is they'll make different size rounds, and they'll generally make some bars too. So let's have a look at a couple of examples. Okay, so let's take a look at this first one here. This is from a company called First Majestic. Got the company logo there, and it's a nice round I got a couple of years ago. And on the back we have the nice design of the Aztec. There'll be again, how much weight is there and the purity is written down. A bit of mint marking as well. Let's go to a very, very popular one. This is the Buffalo. Many companies make these. Buffalo on the front and the Indian on the back. Now they don't always have to look similar. You can see there's a slight difference between the two here. Very, very slight. But there it is. Some companies make them slightly different, but the design is generally the same. As you can see, the Indian head just looks slightly different from this one and that one. Now we'll bring over to a different place, Guernsey. This is a lovely ounce. 3 lines there. And on the back is 8 doubles, and that was the currency they used in Guernsey. And it's a lovely looking round. Now they don't always have to be in an ounce. This is a half ounce. It's imitating the $50. We got walking on the back. And here's a very kind of, I wouldn't say rare, but don't make them anymore. Victor Hugo quarter. And when I say quarter, I mean a quarter of an ounce. Now the cheapest way to accumulate silver in the US and Canada would be to have a look at the rounds, but in Europe and the UK we get hit with a VAT, and that increases the price. So there's always going to be VAT on the rounds and the bars. So really, unless you like a certain design, like for instance I like these Buffaloes, therefore I didn't mind spending the extra money on it. But if you are looking just to get accumulate a lot of silver for less of a price, then you're better off staying with a VAT-free silver company like today's video sponsor. CelticGold.eu ship and store a variety of gold coins, not forgetting a plethora of VAT-free silver options, with an added bonus of 372 free articles on gold and silver education. In business since 2001, with over 6,200 global customers and a guaranteed customer review page, that takes the worry out of buying bullion. Check out their website, I'll leave a link in the description. Now, of course, you can pick up rounds from antique and coin fairs, but this is where I preach words of caution. It's a lot easier to counterfeit a round than a coin, just because of the lack of security features I mentioned in part 3, and less intricate designs, so make sure you bring a weighing scales and you do the magnet test. Of course, you can avoid all of this by just buying online. Directly from the mint is always the safest place to go. Have a look on YouTube of some unboxings of rounds. You'll find a legitimate website. That's it for this one, guys. Don't be afraid to hit the like or dislike button. Comment and let me know what you think. And if you know the names of some legitimate websites, hit them down in the comments section and help the beginners out. Take it easy, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Connect with me on social media, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Subscribe to me here on YouTube. And if you liked what you've seen, you can see a lot more videos. Just click on any of them here on the screen.